Welcome back. Another great video of Path 7. Today is very interesting. I would say for the most of everything, what you should be doing right now is just focusing on the frontal lobe. One reason I really say that is because this is a critical point where I feel like things are being, what's the word I want to use? Movement is being challenged. A lot of things that used to be kind of simple aren't simple anymore, so you gotta find a way to, what's the word I want to use? You have to readjust to the situation that's being placed in front of us. Things have changed, as they always do, but it's about how you respond to situations and not how you allow situations to keep you ensnared so you don't change. You're supposed to adapt to all situations. Um, hmm. And anytime you feel people projecting or anybody doing the things that they shouldn't be doing, that's when you have to figure out who you really are and dig a little deeper. Because after you figure out what you're figuring out and what you know, and then at that point you can break through the mold of the old you and tap into the new you. So it's all about transformation, and transformation the way that you want to see it, not the way that people project it onto you. So as in saying this, I'm outside working out. I'm working on my frontal lobe. Just my frontal lobe, I just mean just like movement, just staying grounded. Because as you can see, I'm always in my head. So if I'm always in my head, I don't really have the ability to adapt to the situations that are going on in the 3D reality. So one of the things you have to learn is a lot of people are going to try to. I mean, I feel like if you're with me, I'll never put you on a stage that you can't win, but a lot of people will put you on a stage that you are going to find difficulty. So it's like, it's never about overpowering people. It's about just helping people get from A to B. Not A to B, because I've said that too many times. Just allowing yourself to constantly change. And by constantly change, I mean just adapting to what reality is always putting in front of you, and just allowing things to evolve from what it once was to what it is now. And what I'm saying by that is, stay vigilant, but do not allow the old Aries season to affect you now. Aries season is over, so you should be relaxing in Taurus season, kind of just in a lovely Venus type of energy. So I mean, you have to learn to get out of the old phase of reality and tap into the new reality of how do I want to say it? Tap into the new reality of like I said, just tapping into the divine feminine. It's not really about the masculine. The masculine is always there. Most of the time we're just like on, like, I want to say, we are on the vibration of not really protection, but just figuring this thing out. Because I would say a lot of women are figuring this thing out, but a lot of men are still in the process of healing from a lot of stress and trauma that we never dealt with in our lives. So as somebody who is, I want to say, seeding the way or blazing the path into a new journey, it's one of those things where you have to allow yourself to always make mistakes and understand that your mistakes are going to be other people's victories. So because you, like, just like Allen Iverson and other people who have championed different things, if you're not allowing yourself to champion like losing, you'll never be able to champion winning. So it's just all about, because this energy right now is deceptive. It's really like that Piscean haze is still there. So you're going to think that you got to go through real like aggressive, and that's not the energy of right now. Right now, Taurus, like I said, Taurus energy is all about Venus and not compromising, but there's a lot of interference. But not really compromising, but adapting. Because, like I said, being somebody who is so mutable, you have to constantly learn to. What do I want to say? You have to learn to not walk with a big stick, but just you have to be adaptable to the things that are going on. As in saying that, I mean everybody can come out here and just push through a whole bunch of things and not have any integrity about how they're moving. But when you actually like doing things with a pure heart and a pure mindset, it's like because a lot of people just a lot of people don't know who they are, and as in saying that, they'll project their insecurities, and that's why I come out and I ground and I do a lot of different things just to stay in a space of not compromising. Like I said, if I'm healing the world's divine feminine energy of rape and all kinds of like weird shit that's happened in America's history, and at the same time I'm going through it as a masculine man, I have to do a lot of things with my frontal lobe. So as in saying that, my frontal lobe has to heal. How do you heal your frontal lobe? A lot of movement, dancing. Uh, I would say like maybe what do I want to say? Moving, dancing. It's not memory. It's just like a lot of like functional things along those lines. So um, it's interesting. But as things are interesting, they're also adapting for change. So as long as you change yourself and you adapt to yourself, you take off the things that no longer like help you grow. And once you take off that band-aid, you can be who you truly are, who you're supposed to be. A lot of people are still caught up in old dynamics of who they once were. Me myself, I allow people to do whatever they're going to do, and I'm just going to be me. I can't change for nobody, and I don't want to change for nobody. I'm comfortable in who I am, and I'm just, I'm not thinking about the things that are projected upon me. Because now at this point, I can understand this 3D reality to a whole nother extent, to the point of like, all right, well, if that's the map, that's the playing field that y'all playing on, and I'm not really down here in 3D. I'm actually in higher dimensions doing a whole different job, and you're just like kind of here to stop me. It's just like I can't stop you from the things that you're meant to do. All I can do is just be me. So as in that mind state, shit, let people be them. Keep healing. Keep doing your thing. Keep grounding. Keep yourself on higher vibrations. Don't let these people like lower you down to their level. And remember, hurt people hurt people. So I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like Justin saying that it ain't cool trying to put the next man down because you down and you fucked up mentally or going through some emotional strife. Like that's what it's called to be adult. Like adults shouldn't project their own insecurities onto the next person. So it's me saying that myself. I'm always somebody who like I understand the streets and shit like it, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? I'll be wrong to say like I'm gonna sit here and do like weird ass street magic and all the weird other shit that people do. So like I said, it's up to me to ground this energy and then like allow people to move. Like unless I'm out here kind of like living in my life and like kind of guiding the highways of this shit, it's not gonna work. So that's why I just like I mind my business. I do what I do. I stay grounded, even though I know that like most of the beings down here are like, you know what I'm saying, like animals, like the whole nine now. Like it's the level of darkness that's on the planet now is like a whole different thing, to the point where if you don't see it, you know what I'm saying, you're going to sit here and think like you are crazy, when it's like nah. Like a lot of the things that's on this planet right now is the darkest of times. So as people who are going through the darkest of times, it's up to you to say, are you going to be like pimped and manipulated by spirits and other entities? Or are you going to get up early, break your own like strife and shit that you got going on? Or are you going to play the game? And that's what it comes down to. A lot of people are still so enticed into like making money and not understanding that money is an obsolete like dynamic in this new reality, that it's almost funny. Because it's like people do a lot of things to just get a rise out of you. And you'll sit here thinking like you like, you know what I'm saying? I would say you have an experience that you're not having, where it's just like really somebody like just projecting their insecurities onto you. And more nowadays, it's just a whole bunch of like people that's just like doing shit that they shouldn't be doing. And like, as in that, me saying myself, that's why I'm in my own energy. Like, I'm never really like trying to live in other people's space. I might like, you know what I'm saying, like help you get through to where you're going to, but I'm never going to sit here and like allow other people to like, you know what I'm saying, like it's weird. It's just a different mentality. That's why I said, like, for me, like I've been really realizing that people are like guiding me into like lower dimensions, and they need me to get to higher dimensions. So like they'll rather keep me locked into a basement while they're like out having like good situations, like hoeing and doing all to not hoeing, but just little weird shit like on Earth. And it's just like, bruh, Earth is just a school, and you're like down here like turning up in the school when you're supposed to be like turning into your higher self. So like, while people are like believing that, you know what I'm saying, they finessing me, you actually finesse yourself. And it's just like, I know how people work, because like I said, I know how real magic is. And like, a lot of people aren't really on to real magic. A lot of people are like doing shit, like doing the shit that they're doing. And it's like, once you know what they're doing, it's like, oh well, I got all this interference. I can live my own life, or I can keep running from spot to spot, or I can ground myself out and figure some shit out. And that's why a lot of people, like, I understand why people run on tracks in different places, but bro, like, I can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't even be triggered into what other people are doing, because like, once you see what people are doing, you like, oh, that was you the whole time. And it's like, there's no acclaim in like what people are doing, but that's why you stay grounded, you stretch, you do things to keep yourself grounded into earth. And once you feel yourself slipping into like low ass dimensions, you figure out what's going on around you and you move around it. You feel me? You move around it. So that's what I do. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, people will really just like put an image on like a prompter, which would be your third eye, or like they'll open your mind up, and then after they open your mind up from doing weird shit to your root chakra, which is like most likely like implanting like weird ass sexual, like hypersexual like acts and shit, and then like take it up to your third eye and just project different people doing it, or like different images and shit. And it's just like, bruh, what you don't understand is, for every act that you do like that, somebody's always watching you. So it's like, bro, the minute you do that, you've already cast yourself into like a reality you can't get yourself out of. Like, for me, I have to play the fool because I have to. So like, if I don't play the fool, if I don't like react in certain ways, if you react in a certain way, it's like, oh, all right, he sees what we're doing now, we can do it to him. As I said, never enact with it. Allow people to be assholes and go around it. Because like I said, I'm not having a bad trip off of just like what other people do. You just let them be them. Simple.